So if you're having weird GPU issues, or maybe you're switching out your GPU altogether, you'll want to use Display Driver Uninstaller to make sure that you have a clean driver base that you're starting from. So in today's video, I'll show you how to download and install Display Driver Uninstaller and how to use it to make sure you have a clean GPU installation. All right, so a couple of prerequisites and just observations here. Number one, you want to make sure that you download Display Driver Uninstaller. Pretty simple, just open your favorite browser, go to Google, whatever, and just type in Display Driver Uninstaller or DDU from 3D Guru or Guru 3D, one of the two. But you'll want to download it from their site. Just click on the link, scroll down and select the mirror location, the download location basically, that's closest to you. Now that Display Driver Uninstaller is downloaded, you also want to go ahead and go get your new graphics card driver. So in my case, I'm getting an RX 6600. So I'm going to go download that particular driver. That way I have it available. Now the reason we've done this is for two reasons. One, before you run Display Driver Uninstaller, you're going to want to be in safe mode. Traditional safe mode does not have any networking support, so you can't go download drivers later. Now the other reason that you're going to want to do this is because you're going to want to disconnect from the internet before installing the new drivers or before uninstalling the old drivers. And the reason that you're going to want to do this is to make sure Windows Update can't go and try to re-download or reinstall a driver that you quite frankly either didn't want or were having issues with. All right, now that we have everything downloaded, you've disconnected from the internet, we can go ahead and run Display Driver Uninstaller. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just unzip the file. So just right click and extract all. You can leave it right in that same folder and hit extract. Now that you have that, open up that folder and then go ahead and run the exe that's included. And this is actually going to do a self-extract to extract the extracted files. And yes, you can go ahead and click run if you do get this pop-up message. And we're just going to extract it into the same folder. All right, and now that that's extracted, we can open that up and we can run the Display Driver Uninstaller exe. I always like to right click and run as administrator. All right, now at this point, you should be in safe mode. However, I'm not going to run this in safe mode. You don't necessarily have to run it out of safe mode, but it is highly recommended. And if I weren't doing a screen capture to get all this information to create a video for you guys, I would have run it in safe mode too, but do as I say, not as I do. So I'm gonna hit OK here. All right, now that we're in here, we just need to select the device type. And so we're gonna go ahead and say GPU. And then what kind of GPU do you have that you want to install the drivers for? So in my case, I have an RTX 3060 that I will be taking out of my system. So I'm going to select NVIDIA. All right, now, if you're just going to be reinstalling drivers at this point, you can hit clean and restart. And what will happen is it's going to remove all the drivers from your system for that card, and it will restart your computer for you. And then at that point, you can install your new driver. However, since I'm going to be switching my graphics card, what I'm going to need to do is do a clean and shut down. What that'll do is it's the same process, only it's going to shut the computer down. Then at that point, I can swap out the card before reinstalling the drivers or before rebooting. Because if you got to replace the card and you boot back up into Windows, it's going to install a driver again. You're going to have to restart the process. So I'm going to go ahead and hit clean and shut down, and then I'll go ahead and replace the graphics card, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side and we'll finish up. Okay, now that we're back into Windows, I've got the graphics card switched out. So now we just need to go ahead and install our GPU driver. So I've already downloaded it. So just run as administrator. And this is probably going to cause some screen flickering and things of that nature, guys, but don't worry, it's all part of the process. And if you get this, yeah, go ahead and run. So keep in mind your software installation for your particular GPU driver is probably going to look a bit different, but most of them have some kind of next finish feel to them. You can customize what software goes onto your computer, etc., but just kind of keep that in mind. All right, guys, so as I thought, the install of the graphics driver caused some issues with the OBS recordings. Didn't really expect anything different there, but effectively all you needed to do was just go ahead and next finish through the driver install. Once you complete that, reboot your computer, connect back to the internet, and hopefully you have a GPU that is without issues, or you're fully switched over to your next GPU to use. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, or if you learned something, drop a like, consider subscribing. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.